the definition of insanity, not to be confused with the awesome workout by Shaun T. Isn't it doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results? I think it's safe to say that the creators of this movie are actually insane. So Godzilla King of the Monsters is the sequel to the 2014 movie Godzilla, and it's directed by Michael Dougherty, and it stars Kyle Chandler as Dr. Mark Russell, Vera Farmiga as Dr. Emma Russell, and Millie Bobby Brown as their daughter, Madison Russell. And it sees the return of fan favorite Ken Watanabe as Dr. Ishiro Serizawa. And this movie tells the story of an organization called Monarch, who was created after the 2014 movie when they discovered creatures like Godzilla, and their goal is to find more creatures like Godzilla and to study them. And while in their pursuit to study more creatures, they inadvertently awaken Godzilla lore favorites Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah. And with that, there are monster battles, cities are destroyed, things blow up, and there's chaos, and humanity's on the brink, where we survive the chaos as these godlike creatures battle within our cities. And yeah, I can't remember the last time I was this bored in a movie. Actually, no, yes I can. The last time I was this bored in a movie theater was Annihilation. For pretty much every human character in this movie, like, I didn't give a fuck. And interestingly enough, just like the live action version of Dumbo, for a movie called Godzilla, King of the Monsters, there wasn't that much Godzilla in this movie. That's why I mentioned in my opener that the people that made this movie I feel like are insane, because one of the biggest criticisms that I had about the 2014 version of Godzilla, and a criticism that a lot of people had about that movie, was there wasn't a whole lot of Godzilla in that movie. There was way too much focus on the humans of Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Taylor Johnson. And sure, they addressed some of that in that there was way more Godzilla and monster battles in this movie, but at the same time, I feel like this movie was 20% Godzilla and 80% humans. And then on top of that, it'd be one thing if the human story was actually compelling, but the human story was weak as hell. And so yeah, when Godzilla, Rodan, and Mothra, when they were on screen, the movie was way more epic to a certain extent. Like, I enjoyed the monster battles, kinda, and I'll get more to that later, but like I said, all the human drama, like, I didn't care not one bit. Like, nothing about the human characters made me root for them. Nothing about the human characters made me go, oh, okay, this makes sense why this particular story and why this movie is following these guys. And then on top of that, you had an actor like Charles Dance, aka Tywin Lannister. He was basically the villain of this movie, an eco-terrorist, and he was wasted in this movie. Like, he was just there until he wasn't. And now going back to the monster battles, the reason I said I enjoyed them kinda, and yes, I'm pretty sure they put a lot of effort and love into the special effects, but at the end of the day, like, I couldn't see what was going on. Like, this movie reminded me of the opener of Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, and the ending fight in Venom, in that a lot of the fights took place at night, and so none of the creatures were very well lit, and on top of that, it took place during a rainstorm, so you couldn't really see anything that was happening. Like, the best looking fight in this movie was the first time Godzilla and King Ghidorah fought each other, and if the rest of the movie looked like that, it would have been better for it. And when that first fight took place, like, for the most part, I still didn't care about the human element, but I was still way more invested in the storyline by that point. But I feel like after that first fight, this movie just fell off a cliff, because again, more stupid human drama. This movie tries to give a message about humans destroying the planet, climate change, fixing human error, but for me, I was like, if this is the message that you're gonna tell, just do a Captain Planet movie. Like, I came here to see giant monsters fighting. That's what I want, and you didn't give me enough of that. And I'm not a person to fall asleep in movie theaters, because I'm like, no, I paid for a ticket. You must be crazy if you think I'm gonna waste my money to go see a movie to fall asleep, to not see it. Even if the movie's bad, I'm not gonna fall asleep. There's only 2 times in my life that I fell asleep during a movie, and the first time was during Annihilation, and Godzilla King of the Monsters is the second time. There was so many moments in this movie that I was dozing off because I was so bored. Like, 2 hours into this movie, I was looking at my watch like, oh my god, how much longer is this movie going to keep going? Like, honestly, the best part about this movie was when the credits rolled and I got to go home. Like, ultimately, I feel like this movie was nothing but an advertisement for the announced Godzilla vs. King Kong movie, because I can't tell you how many times they referenced King Kong and Skull Island. Like, if you're a Godzilla fan, maybe you might love this movie. Like, my first time actually seeing a Godzilla movie was the 2014 version, so maybe I'm just not that attached to the franchise and the lore as somebody else might be. But before I give this movie a rating, check out the description box below. I give an explanation of my new rating system that I'm trying out. And so for Godzilla King of the Monsters, I would say it's a miss. and I was really hoping for either a hit or a blockbuster. So Godzilla, King of the Monsters, what did you think about it? Are you a Godzilla fan? If you are, what's your favorite Godzilla property? Let me know down in the comment section below. Also, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button and give this video a like. It'll really help out the channel. And while you're at it, please check out the other videos on my channel. And if you like what you see, please subscribe for more and share my videos with your friends, families, and neighbors to help me continue to grow. And as always, I'll catch you guys next time.